Hello, I'm gonna present the results of the challenge number 10, which is called Integrating QField with the Innovation Hub. My name is František Zadražil and I welcome you to this presentation. So if there is Innovation Hub mentioned in the name of the challenge, what is our Digital Innovation Hub? Well, to the common user it seems to be a common web portal, but it's in fact much more. Our hubs are maps oriented, which means that the core of those lies in geodata and maps. The core of the hub is in the tools that lies below the surface and is invisible to the common user. We call those tools the geodata management workflow, and to say it in short, it is a set of tools integrated together into one complex solution, which is designed for anyone to be able to not only browse and view existing maps, but most importantly to publish own maps, publish own map layers and share them with others. There are components for publishing data on the server. That service is called Layman. There is a framework for web map applications, HS layers. There is a desktop tool in the form of QGIS plugin, and of course, if we are talking about geodata, there must also be a metadata catalog. In our case, it's called Mitska, and all those tools are incorporated into one content management system based on the Wagtail CMS, which is taking care of the actual web content management and publishing. So what the user sees is most likely created by Wagtail. All those tools give the user a simple way to publish data, to create thematic maps, to make them available on the web map or through the QGIS desktop. And recently we have adopted a new component into our hub, and that is QField. If you don't know QField, it's a native mobile app based on the same libraries as QGIS itself. It's rather complex, but very easy to use, and it's designed to work with maps out in the field and to collect data. So what was our challenge actually? We wanted to give the user an option to work with their geodata and maps not only in web map applications and QGIS, but also to be able to upload them and view in their mobile phones. And for obvious reasons, we chose QField as a mobile application for its close connection to QGIS and existing mechanism for data exchange. And we have decided to incorporate it into the Innovation Hub more closely. Until recently, the only way to get your map projects to QField was in fact to manually copy map projects through QGIS tools to the phone. That's not really convenient way, but that's how it was in fact done for our first QField derivative application for field tracking. But we wanted to really integrate the mobile maps to our workflow, to give the people the chance to easily access their data once they publish them with our tools, also from their phones, so they don't have to copy it manually from QGIS, but to easily access it directly. And that is where QField Cloud comes into play. We have waited for quite some time since the cloud has been announced, and since it has been here, but not accessible for common users like us. It was finally released this year, and we have immediately started to think how to incorporate it into our solution. QField Cloud enables to interchange and synchronize map projects between QGIS and QField applications, and work with the same data all the time, no matter if you are in the office or outside with the phone in your hand. So we have started to analyze the ways how to achieve that anyone using our solution could simply access their data on the phone. QField Cloud comes with an API which enables to work with it, and after some thinking, we have decided to create a pilot implementation as a part of the existing QGIS Layman plugin. We had to investigate the API, and in a few iterations we have finally found out a working way how to get our maps into the cloud. So you can see that compared to original architecture, there is this new component QField Cloud, to which we can publish the maps from QGIS desktop, and from which we can view maps in the QField mobile app. And the result of our efforts is an extension of the current QGIS Layman plugin, where the user creates a map by the same process as until now, but then there is an option to export the map to the cloud. The user is presented with a simple form where he or she can set the map name and description, and set whether the map is ought to be public for the whole QField community, or whether it will be published as private. If you publish it as private, you can later share this map project with specific people using the administration tools of QField Cloud. The option to upload data layers to existing cloud map projects is also available, so you can either create a completely new map project or add it to existing project. So when you press the export button on the form, we have seen everything is done on the background. The QGIS project is transformed to the cloud format and uploaded to your workspace there. Once it is done, you can immediately access your map from the QField app on your phone. And I think it's a good time to see it live. So let's switch to the QGIS, and you can see that I have a simple map project here created in the QGIS containing 2 layers. So let me make a new map composition here. We can call it hack, give it some description, and create an empty map. So you can see that I'm now working with the composition called hack, and I can add those layers from QGIS project to the map. So I will simply check them and save changes to the map. So now the map is created containing those 2 layers, and now I can already access this map not only from QGIS, but I can easily load it also in the web map application in the web portal. But this challenge was about QField and mobiles, so let's export this map we have just created to the QField. You can see I have to authenticate myself to the QField Cloud. I need to find my password and login. And here you can see the form. Let's keep it like this. So the map project on the cloud will be called hack with description demo, and it won't be public. Click create and export, and now the workflow is packaging the whole project and uploading it to the cloud. You can see that it was exported successfully. It was rather quick, and that's it. That's actually all you need to do. So we can close those forms now, and this map should now be also accessible from my mobile phone. So if I open my Android here, you can see that I have QField installed on it. So let's open the application, and here are two options. I can either open local file, which is not my case here. I want to use QField Cloud Project. So let's tap on this, and now we will have to wait a while for the list of my map projects to load. And here it is. So you can see that my new map project is already presented in the list, but it's only available on the cloud, missing locally, and to be able to work with it, I have to actually download the project to my mobile phone, so it's accessible for QField application. So even if you download it, you can again delete it from the mobile phone, but it will still be stored in the cloud, and you could download it again. This mechanism is also used when you want to synchronize the data. So you can edit the data here in the mobile phone and then synchronize it back to the cloud. Okay, the map was downloaded here, so you can see that it's available locally, and I can open it. And as you can see, the map is nice and cozy. It looks exactly the same as it was in QGIS. I can work with it here. I can see the list of layers, etc. So we can close. So that's it. Yeah? But of course, there will be some future work, because what you have seen right now is just experimental implementation in the QGIS. There is still some scenarios that are not covered with the implementation, and you could also have noted that implementing the communication with cloud in the QGIS plugin is not ideal. I would agree with that, because from the architectural point of view, it would be much better to have it directly in layman, so the client apps don't have to implement each on their side the uploading of the projects to the cloud. So that will be one of the future efforts. And we have been already dealing with even closer integration of QField Cloud. So it is directly encompassed in the portal solution, as you can see on this picture. It would in this case it would share the user identity with the rest of the components and the content management system, so the user wouldn't have to create two accounts, one in the portal and one in the QField cloud. So that's actually the biggest challenge for the future right now. Okay, that's all from our team. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you see our efforts as useful as we do. Thank you.